Good morning, esteemed guests, proud parents, dedicated faculty and staff, and of course, my incredible fellow graduates. My name is Gina, and I'm honored to stand here facing the question, how do you define the class of 2025? My instinct was to find a quick and tidy answer. In G1, GPA-defying. In G2, COVID-defying. A1, attendance-defying. Yet, at the point of graduation, I realized that some things are simply too vast to be contained. Some stories are best told not through clear labels, but through the resonance of their own inexplicable truth. And what a story we have. We are a class of paradox. Dreamers with our feet on the ground, rebels with a cause, and individuals who found unity in our diversity. We balance the weight of expectation with the lightness of possibility. And through it all, we carried each other. Sometimes with words, often in silence, and always with presence. Honestly, I felt scared waking up this morning because graduation is a quiet admittance that the experiences you lived are now cherished memories. But may I remind us that, despite time's inevitable march, there was a moment on this campus where we felt truly infinite. It's the study session that turned into existential debates. The spontaneous road trips we said yes to, and the shared glances in the corridor, across the classroom, on the courts, that words can't quite capture. It's the friends who became family. It's the cheers and tears after winning or losing the game, and the quiet moment of introspection that sketched our jigs, step by step, off in the chaos of growing up.
Speaking of growing up, there's finally a better way to describe our four-year journey. When we first started into this campus, we were teenagers, full of dreams, bursting with potential, and brimming with hope. Yet, we were also uncertain, a little overwhelmed, and perhaps quietly afraid of what lays ahead. Now, as we stand on our edge of futures, we are already equipped with determination, talent, and resilience. But this transformation came at a cost often overlooked by those watching afar, but deeply felt by us. It was spilled on the nights to stay up late, striving for the better, on the speeches we gave despite shaking hands, on these challenges that we thought that might break us. These moments, though tough, built who we are. So, to my fellow graduates, thank you. Thank you for not giving up on yourselves, for standing up every fall, for refusing to take no correct answer, and most of all, for being there supporting each other throughout this journey. And luckily, we were never alone. A tie cut, a work built, sliced fruit quietly placed on our desks. Those small acts, often taken for granted, were how our parents showed their love. Perhaps I love you is rare in some of our boasts, but their love, as silent as it may be, has always been powerful. So, to all parents, thank you. Your sacrifices have been our foundation. No matter how far we go, we'll know that we'll always have a place to return to, a place of love and rest. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Annie. And in fact, I did ask whether our principal, Mr. Mobsey, skirt says siege. And I think the answer now is pretty obvious, but I'll probably not misreview it. So, back to my speech. AC was, in my view, the hardest year for all of us.
Between the staff, and personal essays, and endless deadlines, I got overwhelmed. Like a machine, running non-stop, always striving to be the best after school most says. I couldn't handle low scores, and when they came, I hurled down. A2 was a time of collapse and then reshaping. We were forced to confront who we actually are and how we respond to pressure. But on our way, we are not alone. The principals reframed the motto to us that striving to be the best doesn't mean outpacing the world, but becoming our best in our own time. The UCO2 was a constant presence, always listening even when we were panicked. He once randomly noted that when a panicked person talks panically, it's just killing more air. Oddly, it made me laugh. And also helped me breathe. Together, they helped us to find the balance again. And along the way, we were reminded that we were more than just us four. We are the resilience, the courage, and the growth that took us here. We were everything it took to arrive at this moment, and all the becoming that lies ahead. Thank you.
And hello, I'm Stella. So here's to the legendary plus of 2025. You made it. In the past 4, or for some of us, 2 years, we've gone through these class from early works to late dance. From G level to AC graduation now. Together, we share 126 million seconds of memories. Adventures in revolution. We survived online classes during COVID-19, adapted to reforms and ever-shifting policies. We are the last of a legacy. The final class who never had to rush to school by 7:50 a.m. for morning pedagogy, whose GPAs unshaped by PE, and who witnessed SCI's new campus transformed before our eyes. However, we are also the first, the pioneers who navigated attendance, its privilege, and also the labyrinths of AX and A-level English literature and language. Falling in love, of course, and occasionally torture and desire with Shakespeare's words and English writing. And of course, we are definitely the most attractive class ever. As Charles Dickens puts, it was the best of times. It was the worst of times. We started as a nervous freshman, but grew stronger, gaining knowledge, forging vows, and unforgettable memories. I will always remember the sunsets by the library, the last bell muscle at cafe, an iconic root and yellow staircase that witnessed stickers. Our time here wasn't about bricks, it's about us. It's about the lifelong friendships, the mentors who guided us, the moments that shape us, and that, here we are, Douglas High School, class of 2025. It's been an incredible 4 years with you. Wherever life takes us eating the next, I wish you the very, very, very best. Thank you.
Good morning, I'm Haryu. So, as you can see, the road behind us is twisted. But here's the bad news. What lies before us is even more rugged and unpredictable. The future is clear. Tougher college courses, an ever-changing global landscape, and life's myriad small tasks. From obtaining our first credit card to moving along to new homes. Soon, over 450 SCI graduates will scatter worldwide, embracing our freedom. But this freedom is complex. It means our life must expand vastly on a sudden. Countless paths diverging ahead. None are marked mandatory. Nobody urges keep moving. We can dive into research, chase GPAs, pursue impressive graduates, or bravely explore new territories, launch startups, or simply pause for breath. Freedom offers infinite possibilities, but carries the weight of choice. Voices from every direction, suggestions, expectations, comments, form a mind-stirring chorus. But so what? With law being prepared, at SEIE, we've had ample time and space to explore our true passions, inspired by a community doing the same. We've anchored ourselves to a root of genuine passion and interest. These truths can be academic or not. They live in victories on the sports field, melodies on stage, or super players in our everyday life. Whatever form they take, they answer us. When the future grows complicated and choices overwhelm, please remember the root. Recognize, protect, and follow it. With this anchor, our decisions remain steady, unshaken by any storm. But of course, before we set off, let us please gently close our hair and take a moment to rest. Thank you.
As the go-to person who closed out several South speeches, assemblies, pet rallies in the past year, you probably think I'm a pro at saying goodbye now. But this one is different. Because today, I'm not just closing one chapter of our high school life. I'm closing the entire book. And honestly, saying the end hits a little harder when the next chapter is unwritten, titled, and terrifying by exciting future. If there's one thing I've learned in the past year, it is that not everything you love has to be held tight. Some laughs, some tears, some in-betweens are meant to stay quietly inside us. They revisit us in memories, in reminders, in the stillness between milestones. And if you pause to listen, you might already hear them. The echoes we built together. In the cheers before big games, in the quiet pride after surviving exam season, in everyday moments, classroom chats, lunch breaks, jokes in the hallways that ended up meaning everything to us now. These echoes won't fade. They live on in the minds we stretched, the hearts we touched, the spaces we filled with joy. So our story doesn't end. It simply continues, just in new places, with new people, and the new versions of ourselves. We're not leaving as someone who walked away, but as someone who carried forward. Carry the joy, the heartbreak, the pride, the love. Carry the rare beauty of being known here at SEIE. As we wave goodbye to each other today, I want to say thank you, class of 2025, for being the heart and soul of our journey. I know growing up is never easy. Congratulations, we have made it. Thank you.